The boot is off. I had to wear this thing for like a month because I fell. I fell in Parque Chicaque, which is southwest of Bogota. And it was really annoying because I really wanted to do some more hiking this past month and a half. It's been about 6 weeks, maybe 7 weeks, losing count. But my ankle is feeling better. I got a fracture and it sucked. But this gave us an opportunity to talk about healthcare and seeking health services in Colombia to give you a perspective like how much it would cost just out of pocket.
Right after the accident happened, Jody didn't even decide to go to the doctor until after a week later. And I feel like that's a very American mentality.
Tell me about it. Go.
Well, because you guys don't go to the doctor unless you are truly bad. And that's because you have no idea how much it's going to cost out of pocket. Even if you have insurance, you're going to get a bill later, like 3 or 4 months later. That will be a huge shock that could be hundreds or in the thousands of dollars. And you just hesitate a lot more to go to the doctor in the United States. So
or anywhere. I do. I hesitate.
I don't. Well, I did in the States, specifically after my brother went to the doctor for an emergency and they wanted to charge him like $5,000 for an MRI and he didn't even get stitches. Anyways.
I feel like the aftermath of an injury is more painful in the United States than the actual injury sometimes.
Yes.
Because of the medical billing system. It's just really kind of messed up. But that is not the case. I wouldn't say that's the case in Colombia. It's very transparent. This is what you pay.
It's very transparent. You get the prices before you get to the office, so you know what to expect. You know what to expect regarding the consultation fees, if you need x-rays, if you need any extra procedures, you know how much it's going to cost you. So you are prepared for it. And I think that's excellent. I feel like it's been a relief for me to be here because we can finally go to the doctor whenever we feel like it. And I feel like it's been
not worried about money.
Exactly. and it's been more like convincing you to like act on it if you don't feel very well.
The orthopedist. Let's talk about our experience having to go to the orthopedist, the both of us actually. So obviously this year, the beginning of this year, just the first week of January, I hurt myself. And so we had to call the orthopedist, see how much it costs. It was like 100,000 pesos for the consultation with the doctor. I mean, that's like $25.
It's $25.
And then the x-rays were 70,000, which is, $15, $20 about. So I thought that was incredibly affordable. It costs as much as like going out to eat. To go see the doctor. Plus, we were able to use our travel insurance safety wing, which we have no sponsorship with, but they covered, our measly little bit of amount. They gave us back the money, so it was free for this particular visit. Whitney had hurt herself back in September
2023.
August or September 2023, and she had to go there, and it was.
I got a sprain.
She got a sprain. It was like the same cost, and so like this is stuff you could just pay for out of pocket. I'm not encouraging the world, like if you get a fracture or something, to go buy a plane ticket and fly to Colombia, but
you kind of need urgent care.
Yeah, you kind of need urgent care, but it's awesome that it's that affordable in Colombia. So if you needed to pay out of pocket, I mean that's literally how much it cost, and it was good care. It was
and what I really like is there are plenty of options and they can get you in really quickly. If you have an emergency and you need to see a doctor, you can try to contact different doctors and see if they have any availability to see you really fast. Because
ASAP.
I feel like that, yes, ASAP. I feel like that was also an issue in the United States for us scheduling. The very few times we went to the doctor, it was like, nah, you can come next week. It was like, but I feel bad right now. Like, I want the doctor to see me right now. Do you have space? No.
Yeah,
And
access seems a little bit, like access and quality just seems better here. Period.
Yes. And now that you just mentioned quality, the quality also feels different because you spend a lot more time with the doctor, which I really appreciate. in the States, I like that. I mean, you were kind of seen by different people, by different nurses. They would come and take your vital signs, and then someone else would come and see you. And then finally the doctor, but it was only for like 10 minutes,
And they were talking a mile a minute. There's an expression for you.
basically. I know that one. But here you do get like at least 20, 30 minutes with your doctor, but that's with us paying out of pocket and not using like the local insurance, which I know it's not as good. The care is not like as good if you have the local insurance. You don't get the 30 minutes with the doctor when you go with your insurance.
The eye doctor. Going and seeing the eye doctor costs about $40 out of pocket, and that's both the optometrist and the
Ophthalmologist.
ophthalmologist. Thank you. I flip him in my head.
I'm teaching you English now.
Yeah, I know. When he's teaching me English now. But yeah, it only costs us $40 per person to go see both. And again, just as we had mentioned before, it was a good amount of time spent with us really checking out our eyes, making sure that we were well taken care of. I know my experience in the US is like you get in and they're just doing everything so fast you can't even comprehend what the heck they're doing.
Well, also in the States, we had only been to the optometrist, which is the person that prescribed the glasses for you, and they are just moving the lenses really quick. This or this, I don't know. They look kind of similar. Can we slow down? And here, yeah, we got a really comprehensive checked. We got the optometrist. She did a couple pictures on our eyes, the lenses. She checked our current glasses prescription, and she kind of like suggests things that can help you with your vision. And then the ophthalmologist does another very comprehensive check.
Yes.
He puts
checking your glands and all that.
anesthesia on your eyes, and he checks a bunch of stuff, and it's really good.
Yeah. And on this note, Whitney, summer of last year, 2024, you didn't need this.
I didn't need it. I wanted it.
Whitney had this development of a pterygium, right?
Pterygium. It's like a
pterygium?
red tissue here in your eye, and it was uncomfortable sometimes, but like the doctor explained, it wasn't something that was going to be bad for my eye. My eye was healthy. It was just uncomfortable for me, and I didn't like looking at it in the mirror. So it was more like a vanity thing, wanting to remove it.
Yeah. And we didn't have insurance cover that at all. So we just paid out of pocket for that surgery. And they did the surgery where they took a piece of the back of your eyeball and like sewed it on. That's how I understood it. Sewed it on to cover it up. And that cost about $800 out of pocket USD. And I thought that was really affordable compared to what we started looking up the prices, because we didn't really know how much that type of procedure would cost in the US, but it was like in the thousands.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a couple thousand.
And also, I got really great care. The clinic was spectacular. The anesthesiologist saw me. There were like 6 different people in the operating room, and they took really good care of me. It was excellent. They pushed me out on a wheelchair. I was feeling fine. I was like, no.
You were mad, and you kept asking,
I was like, I just
when
wanted
is the
to
Uber here? But
leave.
you had like the drugs in your system, and you literally kept asking every 10 seconds.
Did
"Is the
I?
Uber here?" Yes. I'm like, dude, it hasn't even been a minute.
I felt like I was fine. I didn't
Yeah,
ask.
I think things were just going so slow in your mind that you were like, hey, is the Uber here? Like,
I just wanted to go home.
I mean, getting any type of surgery sucks, right? It's like you got to go through the healing process, and but that's just part of the process of healing, and you got to accept it.
Yeah, and with that cost of the surgery, I got a few checkups later included by the doctor, where he just wanted to make sure my eyes were
Healing correctly.
healing correctly.
Yeah. More vanity, I suppose. We went to the dermatologist, and well, I mean, there are some spots that have developed on my skin. We are in our mid-30s now, upper 30s, and so like there are little small things that are popping up. Like, okay, is this a normal growth thing and just age thing? am I developing some sort of cancer, right? Like I'm genuinely concerned. And more recently, this year as well, we decided, hey, let's go check out this really great dermatologist who we had the schedule
We
to
did have to wait 3 months
3 months for
to
the
get
appointment.
an appointment with her.
Yeah, so like she has a lot of demand, and I can see why. But she basically verified. She's like, no, nothing looks really cancerous. It's just normal kind of development. And one thing I did not expect, because I've never been to a dermatologist in my entire life, is that she was like, yeah, you go sit in the chair. We're gonna start like take Rubobi and all these things right now. And I was like, what? I was like, okay. But that appointment, even though we had to wait like 3 months for somebody who has a really strong reputation, I mean, it was still only like $40 per
It was
person.
only $40.
Yeah, and
And it included the laser thing that she did in both of us, removing some imperfections in our face that we were not even expecting
Nope.
to remove it that day. She was kind of like, hey, let's do it right now.
Yeah, she just jumped. It was like, I mean, it was so fast, I couldn't believe it. But it was awesome because I'm like, yeah, I would like my face to look clear. You know, that would just be cool. You know, you can zoom in on the camera if you want. I
We're
got, like,
not
these
20 anymore.
Yeah, we're not 20 anymore. We got like these little like red spots and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I would like those to be gone. So it almost cost the same amount for the special lotions.
The medicine.
I feel
Let's
like
call it medicine.
I feel like out of all the things that we got, because we had to get like 3 different things each or something like that, and it's starting to look like a science experiment in the bathroom with all the different lotions, and I'm like, okay, which one is what for what? Anyways, we have special, it was like $40 per person.
It was $40 per person.
Yeah, for those special lotions, so about as much as the consultation and the laser. But I mean, cosmetically, like if you want to go see a dermatologist in Colombia, it might be worth a plane ticket to come down here.
Oh, I highly recommend it. Yes.
And get the appointment scheduled in advance, of course, and you know, do the whole medical tourism thing. I think it's wonderfully affordable for people, of course, with stronger currencies. We are really healthy people. Every time we go to the doctor, do the blood tests and all of that, they're just like, oh, you're healthy. Like,
Good.
hey, like, what can I do for you? I'm like, I don't know. You just told me I'm healthy. It's just been kind of...
I want to be more healthy.
Yeah, I know we want to, but yet we still want to be more optimally healthy. We're kind of those crazy people, but I'm very thankful, and I express a lot of gratitude every day that I do have my health and I do have this energy to do the things I want to do. I love you the way we should, you know, like I'm very thankful for that. But we also work really hard to be healthy. We are very big on preventative care, or health assurance, as I like to call it, which is the lifestyle factors. Lifestyle factors like getting your 8 to 9 hours of sleep a day. We are religious about that. We are highly religious about not eating any processed food. Most of the food we eat are whole natural foods and animal products with very minimal processing, period. I think the thing that we frequently eat that is processed is probably like Greek yogurt, right? And it's not a whole lot of processing that goes into that.
I mean, yeah.
We also practice gratitude. We are very big on keeping our minds fresh, educating ourselves.
We've been going to the gym.
We go to the
Look
gym.
at my muscles now.
We go to the gym either an hour and a half, almost daily, but definitely Monday through Friday. So we sleep even
I'm
harder.
tired.
She's tired today. She did legs. So she's just, you may not look like it. I mean, Wendy, you are glowing. So that's
Oh,
also,
thank you. Thank you. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm dying inside.
But even with that said, like, let's say you want to go to Colombia and you want to work on your health assurance. You can pay for personal training sessions, and it's a lot more affordable than what you would pay in the States.
Yeah,
Period.
I was going to say that being here has been a lot easier for us to practice that preventive care, that health assurance, because we can go to doctors and tell them, hey, I just want to see how I am, right? And I know exactly how much I'm going to pay, as opposed to going to the US and they'll be like, well, you don't have anything wrong, so why are you here?
Yeah.
And still, you have to pay like $200 out of pocket with insurance.
Yeah.
So being here for that preventive care has been really good for us. It's something we've taken advantage of.
Yes. I also like doing personal training sessions. Like I know you're still doing them. I've stopped doing them because I kind of got into my routine, but they cost, with the fluctuation of the exchange rate from the USD, it's about it's about $10 to $15 per session,
Precision.
which is really affordable because the US is anywhere from 30 to probably 100 depending on how specialized your trainer is. But I think our quality of life in that aspect, in terms of like pursuing our health, is evidently skyrocketed from being here. So these are just some of the reasons why you should probably visit Colombia. If not, spend some time here. Do a trip and work on your health. That's what's been really good for us. With that said, we just wanted to give our perspective of like how accessible healthcare is here, how affordable healthcare is here, and I hope this encourages you all to seek the same thing if you need it, or just want
Come
it.
get a boob job
Yeah,
or a
there you go.
booty or
If there's,
whatever you need.
we always love feedback in the comments because we want to know what are your thoughts. What are some other areas? Like, are you curious about some other health aspects of ourselves, or what has been your experience? Please comment below. But thank you for your time and watching this video. Peace and love.